Oh my god, guys. It is hard to believe that Ubisoft has released the first Assassin's Creed game 5 years, and we have already received 4 mainstream titles that has released on platforms. First you had the first Assassin's Creed, then you had Assassin's Creed 2, and then pretty much you had the 2 spin-off series that revolved around the main characters Desmond and Ezio Auditore Firenze. And sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. I'm not Italian. But anyway, like I said, the last 2 installments, Brotherhood and Revelation, are pretty much tying into the whole entire view of what Desmond and Ezio had to do. Now, this title, Revelation, is pretty much wrapping up their trilogy between Desmond, Ezio, and our infamous Altair. Alright, now let's get straight into the review for you guys. Assassin's Creed Revelation is a game that pretty much sets back into time of the 1500s, whereas Ezio Auditore, our main protagonist, is feeling like he really does not understand what exactly is going on in the Assassin's world, and he needs answers. So pretty much that sets him off where the Assassin's original headquarters were in Constantinople, and pretty much it is overrun with Templars. Now that's pretty much the gist of the story. Now I want to go ahead into the presentation view, you guys. Now as soon as you load up this Assassin's Creed Revelations this to your console, you automatically notice that a lot of the menus has actually changed. It differs from Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2, and Assassin's Creed 1. Pretty much what they do are they trying to spice it up and make it relevant to newer gamers. Yes, Assassin's Creed Revelation is running on the same engine, but it's pretty much, it runs very well. What I mean by it runs very well is pretty much a lot of things that you pretty much, after you play the old Assassin's Creed games, you know, you begin to pick up little sense where textures of grass and everything seems to deteriorate and then pop up, you know, out of nowhere when you're not paying attention. But this time the framework is awesome. It is flawless. It leaves you ecstatic every time you get a kill, because now, you know, it doesn't just focus on one main protagonist, because even though in this title Desmond still is taking the backdrop, he's still sitting in the back of the story, and it revolves really around Altair, how we see through Altair's eyes how he was pretty much betrayed and wanted to protect the true secrets of the Assassin's Guild, but he wanted to leave it so someone he truly would believe to uncode it and figure out what actually occurred. And that's where our protagonist, Ezio Auditore, pretty much steps in. Alright, now let's talk about gameplay. A lot of you guys are like me, you're like, you know, is the gameplay pretty much similar as the old Assassin's Creed game? Now, you know, pretty much the first Assassin's Creed game, we had a lot of, you know, it was a good title that Ubisoft pretty much presented to us, and they figured, you know, this is a project title, we're not exactly sure how this will bank in, but because of the sales of the first Assassin's Creed game, they had no choice but to produce a second one, and we all know how that sold. And then Brotherhood was, oh my god, that's my favorite Assassin's Creed game of all time, before Revelation popped out, and oh my god, I can't wait until part 3. So pretty much now what I'm saying is the fighting mechanics are pretty much still the same from Brotherhood, with a couple of new tweaks. Because in the first Assassin's Creed game, you know, pretty much you could only attack or you could counter. Now in this one, you know, you have a lot more aggressiveness added on to your whatever you know, protagonist you're portraying in a certain scene. Whereas you try to counterattack, but at the same time you have to be on guard because the opponent behind you can attack you. So pretty much what I'm saying is, if you played Batman Arkham City or Arkham Asylum, the gameplay will be very familiar to you guys, because if you are launching, if you're bashing one of your opponents and someone quickly tries to come up behind you, you simply press the triangle or the Y button and you can simply counter, and then go after that, keep pressing the attack button, and you'll go into a frenzy of attacking your opponent with their defense down because they're not anticipating your vicious attacks. Alright. So yes, this gameplay has a lot of hours more than Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. The main thing that made Brotherhood really stand out was the fact that you can actually, you know, you felt that you were a master assassin in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, because now you can go ahead and pretty much go out there and rank up your assassin. Well, bring in new recruits to become master assassins in their own retrospect. But you know, you also feel pretty much sad, but you felt rendered when you pretty much bringing these assassins, because you know you can never really chill with them and stuff like that. But Assassin's Creed Revelation pretty much takes that Brotherhood where you pretty much can command your assassins and pretty much capture it so beautifully. It blends it very well, because now with the Assassin's Creed Revelation assassin recruit system, you know, a lot of people, a lot of assassins that you recruit, their, you know, their body mass are not the same. You know, their height are not the same. So, you know, you see a lot more characteristics in characters that you actually pick up. And this time they play a lot long because certain places you pitch your assassins, your assassin recruits, and they actually scout areas inside the game and pick up little details of what's going on around the world for you. And the best feature about it is that when you actually go to certain locations, your apprentice can actually sit there and talk to you and inform you and go along on missions this time. And there is, you know, the whole board, like in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you know, you got the Borga Tower where you had to burn it down to pretty much take a certain area of the map and pretty much command it. I mean, control it. Well, they added that same feature in Assassin's Creed Revelation, but this time it feels more of a you know, after you take it, instead of, you know, pretty much that's it, the enemy won't attack you again, they don't do that because you instantly have to go on the defense constantly because more and more troops will come and actually try to take that area back and control with more recruits and more guards and stuff like that. But this time they added the feature whereas you pretty much command them. So if you guys played the old Lord of the Ring Conquest and stuff like that, this this aspect of the game will feel very similar to you guys. So let's go ahead into the verdict. All right. The plus is it runs on the same engine, it's smoother. The kills that you actually execute are a lot better. So meaning when you're going into your last opponent and you're finna get that precise dead kill, that precise kill that's from the final, you finna strike him with the final blow. It feels like a Batman sequence. You know, when Batman finna go into the final opponent and finna give him that final blow, they kind of added that into the Assassin's Creed, and that's not a bad thing. The bad thing I want to say about this Assassin's Creed is that Desmond still takes a backdrop in the story. But you know, he's not really that important. The ending, oh my god, when you guys play the ending of this game, you will feel honored and happy about and satisfied to know that there will be an Assassin's Creed 3 wrapping up to pretty much start off with a brand new character. Also, you know, it's a plus for me because me personally, I don't like to play with Desmond, but a lot of Desmond's main parts in the story mode, they're all optional. So if you're looking for that new adventure style and you love playing Nathan Drake climbing on walls and stuff like that, and also but you want a more aggressive, mature version of killing your opponents, but you're not into guns and stuff like that, and you're really into swordsmanship and stuff like that, please check out Assassin's Creed Revelation. I highly recommend this game. This game may not be Game of the Year, but in my book, it is. It will always be Game of the Year. So please check out Assassin's Creed Revelation. And that is another review from Mr. All Day, every day, here on Grand Theft Reviews. Well, the Grand Theft Reviews. And everyone, please, have a blessed day.